Okay, so say that again for the purpose of the call, I'm gonna break it down all for you.
Okay, I just think I need a lot of guidance to get my correct message out, making sure that I'm attracting people. And then I want to bring them into freedom builders first and then lead them to the high ticket. And I'm struggling with funnels and connections and how to get. I want to use my standstill as a lead magnet and then take them over to system IOs for the automation emails.
Okay, what high ticket are you selling? Legacy? Or do you have another?
No, it's something like Legacy that was
Okay,
built on the foundation of Legacy, but it's
okay.
a woman in South Africa that started a digital magnetic system.
Oh, got you. Okay. Okay, so you're struggling with funnels. You're gonna take them
Hmm.
through StanStore and then into System IO, which is fine. Attraction, you're struggling with attracting.
Yes. Well, I'll go watch Mark's post.
No. Stay focused. Okay, you need guidance. Okay, so the first thing that we just need to get clear on is is how you think about things. So right now, the goal is to get as many people into digital freedom for the short term, which means you don't need to worry about system.io or funnels because I built the funnel for you. So we can put that problem, actually, we don't have to set the problem down. It doesn't exist. There is not a
Okay.
funnel problem because you have a funnel in StanStore. Do you have your StanStore account as a paid or a free account?
It's a paid account.
Okay. Is the only offer in there the Freedom Builders?
No, I've got the email collection on top, then I've got Freedom Builders, and then I've got the high ticket DMS.
Okay. I'm going to suggest that you eliminate two until you
Okay.
have more trust and credibility. Otherwise, well, we can table that for 1 second. Okay, three products. Okay, emails, high ticket, and digital freedom. I would suggest that you lead them into digital freedom and sell your high ticket and your emails in your emails until you have
Okay.
so much momentum into digital freedom. You're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 grand a month, and you've got now you can transition publicly to another system. You need to sell it in your emails. They're already your existing customers. They've already opted in to see something, so they've already said, well, I kind of trust you. So I would use your emails to sell the email and the high ticket for now.
Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it as a draft in my standstill and
Gotcha.
focus on freedom builders. And because people I was wondering because people are skipping the email part, so I'm not building up leads like a lead magnet.
Yeah, because are you talking about the power of building up emails on your social media?
No.
Right. So they don't know why it's there.
Okay, so I need to invite them to send me an email.
I would take it off of your stand store
Okay.
or draft it. If the focus is building freedom builders first, then draft both of them. Because until
Okay,
you
so
can prove to yourself that you have one system and full clarity, there's no reason to add more.
I understand.
Okay.
So I'm going to take everything out of standstill and just leave freedom builders.
Yes. Now, what problem do you want freedom builders to solve for you? First thing that comes to your head.
An income. I need
Well,
a
how much?
I need an income. Well, $5,000.
Then every single post talks about $5,000. That is your that is your result, right? That's your golden ticket. That's your like when I get 5,000, I'll believe it's real. I'll think I'm successful. I'll replace my income, all the things. Okay, so everything is centered 5 grand. How fast do you believe, if you stay focused with me and you concentrate on the message, how fast do you believe you can make $5,000?
Can I give myself 5 weeks?
I would love for you to give yourself 5 weeks. We can give it 6 if you can, right?
Okay.
You want to do it? You
I'll
want
commit to
5K in
that.
5 weeks? Because I like that message. Okay, so 5K in 5 weeks. So I want you to let go of the idea that you're not selling freedom builders, you're selling 5K in 5 weeks.
Okay.
Now, your story. What sucks in your life? What are you pissed off about? What is bullshit?
Logan just said everything.
Is that your son? I love you, Logan. By the way, that's my son's middle name, so how cool is that?
Sorry about that.
All right, give me some specifics, Logan. Maybe I should be talking to Logan right now.
My biggest thing is being dependent for an income. I don't work at this stage. I'm at home, so and I hate being dependent because I can't make my own decisions because I need somebody else's money to make decisions.
And what do you want more than anything in the world? What is this 5 grand really going to give you?
I think it's going to give me my voice back in certain situations. And then when I hit 5 grand, I can hit 10 and then I can start living.
Yes. And I love that for you. And for right now, what else is the 5 grand going to give you?
um, it's going to give me freedom, breathing space. Let me call it breathing space to pay off debt, get out of debt, first of all, uh, be independent. And yeah, I can start doing something on my own, you know,
Yeah.
that's mine. And the belief in myself, that will be awesome.
Okay, so that one's tricky
I
because
know, it's
belief,
in my head.
belief comes first. Actually, action comes first, belief comes second. So if you're waiting to believe it, you're going to wait your whole life. So we have to really like, I was talking with someone yesterday and I said, pretend like I'm going to write you a check for $500 on Friday at 5 p.m. and on Monday you clock in at 8 a.m. and you do everything I ask you to do. You do the posts, you do everything I ask you to do, and on Friday you get a check for $500. Would you do everything I tell you to do? And she said, yeah. And I said, then why aren't you doing it anyway? Because I know how to guarantee you guys a $500 check at the end of the week.
Okay.
Right? So what we want to do is we want to use normal language because you're not attracting another marketer, you're not attracting a digital, you're not. You're attracting another woman who might be single, might be separated, might be divorced based on your language and me being in the same space, right? She's got a child and she's probably, for me, maybe for you, I hate saying no to my kid based on the money in my bank account. It sucks. My kid wants a McDonald's Happy Meal and I'm like, can't do it this week, dude. Sorry. Right?
Me too. Yeah.
Right. So hate saying no to your kids. So that's your story.
Yeah.
That is your story. And that is what you are offering is the emotional connection that you understand another girl's pain. And your message reflects that. Because you're demonstrating I hate being dependent. I feel like I can't make my own decisions. I feel like I don't have a voice in my own life. Right? I hate saying no to my kid. And then the transformation, doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be an all expenses trip paid to Italy. It's just got to display what freedom and wealth looks like for you. An example, this morning I did a story TikTok of me cooking breakfast because rich to me is the time to make eggs and sausage for my daughter and my mom. She lives here right now. So that's rich to me. And my transition was I traded 50 hours a week, a 2 hour commute, 2 vacations a year, and a boss for the ability to cook for my family, take more trips, homeschool, and have options for my children's education. Because that's rich to me. It ain't a big house and a fancy car. It's investing into my children and their passions and their desires and homeschool and making decisions based on my voice and my belief system and where I feel like I was let down in life.
And living and breathing all in between.
And living and breathing all in between. Right. And for some of us, like your partner is not there, mine is not either. That's a whole other loneliness for us women, right? And so, but if you see her, like she's grinding, she feels lonely. She might be married and feel separated. She's all of these feelings you understand. And that's what you have to say on social media. It's one of the reasons I recommend you guys get accounts because I don't want people to see my feelings. That comes from a lot of stuff, shame and guilt and all the things. And we're not here to do therapy. But when you give yourself permission to have real feelings and a real voice, you're allowing other women to go, I feel that way too. And you found the way. And listen, maybe you haven't found the way out of the tunnel to 10 grand a month. But if you and I together can show you 5,000 in the next 5 weeks, and you are only saying the same message over and over and over and over and over, some with your voice. I'm going to mute you, Angelia. Some with your voice, some with pictures, some with visual demonstrations, some with stories, but it's always going to be the problem, the bridge, and the solution. Right? I felt like I was dependent. I hated asking my husband for money. I this, and then, and now, and now, and now.
And then I found the code and now I'm building something solid. Can I?
Yes. But don't say I'm building something solid because that doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
And now I'm on track for 5,000 in 5 weeks and I want to show you too.
Okay.
And truthfully, guys, what it looks like if we have 5 weeks, right? Week 1, $100. Week 2, 250. Week 3, 500. Week 4, 1,000. Week 5, 4,000. That's how it looks. But sometimes we go, oh, I only made 150 in my first week. It's not enough to keep going, not realizing the 150 compounds to 300. The 300 compounds to 600. The 600 compounds to 1,200. It's that compounding of doing the boring, monotonous stuff. So your message is 5K and you're clear on your story and you've got your funnel. These problems don't exist.
Okay, great.
Yay! We can let him go.
Thanks.
You are so welcome. That's it, guys. That is literally it. Okay, anyone else want any of that kind of guidance? And then I'm going to show you what I do every day. Mark's like, yeah, show me. Show me what you do, Jen. Kristen, I know you're so connected to audio. And Angelia, do you have any questions or clarity?
No, I think I'm clear. I just today I keep saying this, but today I'm gonna post my first post. My granddaughter's gonna help me today. She said she's gonna help me. So I'm praying that it turns out all right.
Of course it's going to turn out all right. I want to talk real quick on intention. Wayne Dyer has a whole book on it. The power of intention means that you put the energy into it before it works. It's like you say the prayer before you run the race. But the prayer is not, Lord God, please don't help me fall. It's like, thank you, God, for my legs. Thank you for the energy you give me. Thank you that I'm in a place, where you feel like I'm in a place. And like you're bringing the energy before the post. Because bringing the energy first is how you create that momentum. Bringing the excitement, bringing the gratitude. Like you get to learn how to post. You get to learn how to turn your phone and Wi-Fi into an extra $5,000. You get to do all these things. And when we use that language and we put the energy and the intention in front of it, then we know it's going to be perfect or imperfectly perfect, unique, whatever the word works for you guys, because you set the intention before you did the activity. If you do not do that, you are running on default. And default means you show up and deal with the problem. Deal with the problem, deal with the problem, deal with the problem. And if that's all we're doing, we're not creating, we are surviving. And if we're surviving, we are burnt out at the end of the day because we're not preparing to handle the situation. We're just problem handle, problem handle, problem handle, problem handle. And that's survival mode. And the only way to get out of that is to give us some space, give us some breathing room, be patient with ourselves. If you ever think you're an impatient person, that's the first thing you have to give yourself patience and grace. You have to give yourself patience and grace. Because otherwise, your high expectations you're placing on yourself, you're going to place on everyone around you, and you will always be disappointed because no one's going to do shit the way you do it. Ask me how I know that one. I'm a horrible delegator because I'm really good at really good stuff. And I've had to learn to let go of the control for it to be done my way, because I can't help someone learn my way if I'm always controlling the outcome. I'm not actually giving them the opportunity to do it, and to do it wrong. Dare I say wrong, right? So we want to watch those high expectations. It's the thing. Okay, here's what I do every day. So every morning I post on Facebook, and my post is, I'm very clear on, I talk to myself, right? So I'm always, my Jessica is Jennifer, and my Jennifer is struggling with, right? She wants to get to her next financial level. Not always do I put that number out there. Sometimes I do. And I think of like, what do I need to hear today? So I can tell her, right? You're exactly where you want to be. Keep going. You're not far behind, or you're not, right? Do you ever think about the problems that I feel is like, I should be further along. I should be making more money. I'm pissed off I'm not at a certain rank in my company, right? All of the things that I'm mad about, I turn around and I go, well, if I was on my team and I was my coach and I was my mentor, then I'd be like, you're exactly where you want to be, girl. Put your head down. Let's go. Right? You got this. You know what to do. How many hours do you need to carve out in a day to make 10 grand in your first 30 days? I'll ask questions. So I'm always talking to me, no one else. I'm not looking for a digital marketer or a network marketer or an affiliate marketer. I don't want anyone who thinks they know what the fuck they're doing. Pardon my French. I'm looking for the woman that's normal. She has 150 friends on her Facebook. She knows them all personally. They're friends and family. She's seeing people making money online. She wonders where to start. She has no desire to be an influencer. She has no desire to be famous. She has no desire to be rich. She just wants breathing room. She wants $500 to see if it's real, and then from there, she'll decide how much money she wants to make. That was me. I didn't want to get rich until I met rich people. I didn't know I could get rich. It was literally secret when I was like, man, these guys are rich and really nice. I think I want to be like one of them. But it was $500 a month. Then I met people making 10 grand a month. Then I wanted 10 grand a month. Then I made more. Then I wanted to be rich. So my girl doesn't want to be rich. She doesn't want to be an influencer. She doesn't want a target on her back. She wants to be with her kids. She wants to pay her bills and be left alone. And then from there, decide what's next. So you want to get clear on your own personal journey and what you actually want that's tangible so that you can offer that to them. 5K in 5 weeks. Mark, 6K in 6 weeks. Right? Mark is, I was tied, I'm paraphrasing Mark's story. I don't know Mark, but I have an idea. I was tied to my pager, hated leaving my freaking sexy ass wife at 4 a.m. in the morning to go deal with a patient, right? No time, not enough time for my kids. And now I'm hiking, I'm taking trips. I got a cooking show. I don't know, he doesn't have that anymore, but right? Like, that's it. Because Mark can make $1 million helping a really small number of people make 10,000. Does that make sense? And for those of us who are high achievers, I came to the realization, I still can't believe it's true, but not everyone wants to be a high achiever. I don't understand that, but they don't. And if we expect them to be unicorns, they're going to stop showing up for us because they feel like we put them on pressure. I know, I do that. I put pressure on people. I don't mean to. I just assume everyone's a unicorn too. They're not. This is where our listening skills are more important than our talking skills. Because I have people that are like, Jen, I just want to make $1,000 by Christmas. And immediately I go to, that's all? What? You don't want to make 5? Come on, let's run. Right. So my energy is too high and excited. Let's go, let's run, let's do this. And they're like, oh, Jesus Christ, you're intense. Right? So what you got to do is you got to learn how to match other people's energy. And you have to listen so that you don't interrupt and you meet them where they are and give them the next step forward. For both Anelda and Mark, your stories are on point. Make sure you got your link ready to go very quickly, not just in your profile. You don't want to, you're going to learn that you're going to have a few call to actions. Some people that want it will go get it. I'm not going to wait for Mark to send me his link. I'm smart. I know if I want to work with Mark, I'm going to go to his profile. I'm going to take a look at what he's got going on, and then I'm going to click on his stuff because I'm experienced online. Some people that are intimidated by Mark, because in their brain, Mark's making $10,000 a month. Mark's living the life of his dreams, right? Because that's how social media, that's how we show up. So there's an intimidation factor that we don't realize because we're like, what do you mean? Like, I'm just me. But there is a real intimidation factor. They don't want to bother Mark. They don't want to be a burden to Mark. So for those people, you have to be very gentle. Do you want me to send you the link? Do you want me to DM you? What's the best way to communicate with you? In Messenger, or would you like to hop on the phone? And this is the part that's called connection. And connection is where all the money's made. And what's going to happen for everyone that has a belief system of all I have to do is post online and people come running to me. There is a development process that has to happen first. The reason I'm able to do it now is because for the last 10 years, right? And really I got into I've always done it accidentally, but it's because when I meet a person, I'm very comfortable with a stranger, very comfortable, just because of my career. I can look you in the eye, I can be honest with you, I can ask you how your day's going, I can be a good listener with a complete stranger, right? I imagine Mark is too because of patience. He's got to go in and be the authority of, I know how to take care of you, and also I need you to trust me to take care of you. There's a relationship that's built between Mark and his patients. Now, you're able to establish it pretty immediately when you're in an emergency situation, but if it's a non-emergency situation, then you might be like, hey, I'm Mark. I'm just going to come in and put an IV. How you feeling today? Right? And he's going to build a little bit of a rapport while also kind of doing his job. so that the person is comfortable because you're about to get stabbed with a needle, right? So Mark has that level of creating the connection. When you practice with your message online and you've connected with a lot of people, then your message, that connection will come out in your video naturally. So instead of like, hi, I'm Jen, I bought a program, I make $10,000 a month, comment below, right? You sound like there's nothing. Whereas when you see some of my videos and the ones that go viral have the most amount of energy. And they're literally like, if you want to go viral today, here's what you're going to do. Number one, you're going to do this. And I am speaking with authority. Like, I know when you do this and you do this and you do this and you do this. And by the way, I've already gone viral. Here's my 4 videos. And here's what you're going to do next. You're going to do this and this and this. And by the way, the last piece that's missing is you have to do this video too. That's where people don't go viral. They don't turn around and do the same video I did. Now, you guys are going to see me do this because I'm going to do it with the customer attraction code over and over and over. Because I came to the realization the reason I went viral is because I took a video that someone else did and I did exactly what she did word for word with my own energy. So I'm going to tell you, you're going to follow the video I'm going to do and you're going to do it too. And you're going to say, you're going to click on that link. You're going to pay your $25. And then you're going to come into our community. And then you're going to follow the customer attraction code. And then you're going to do this video. Because if they do what we do, they will get the same result. If you do what I do, you will get the same result. It's that easy. The only difference, the only thing that's different is you're bringing you with you. Mark is going to say 6 weeks, 6K in 6 weeks. Anelda's going to say 5K in 5 weeks. I'm going to say I made $700 in my first week and barely did anything because that's my true story. I believe it. I did it. I should have been 1,000, but I kicked myself. But that's okay. 700 a week is a lot of money for someone brand new. And if I can get them in here and they make $700 a week in the next 5 weeks, I think it was $4,200. And again, I don't want a network marketer and a director and all. I don't want someone bringing their shit in here. I want me. Someone that's like, I'm willing to do whatever I can do so I don't have to go back to work in 6 months. Tell me what to do and I'll do it. That was me. I was so coachable. These marketers are not coachable, you guys. That's, you know what, I shouldn't say that to you. That's my experience. You go after whoever you want to go after. But does that make sense? Right? That's what I do. So right now I am posting a lot on Facebook. That's only because I get paid by Facebook too. Don't add that income stream yet. You don't need it, especially if you don't have time. Don't feel like you're not keeping up with me. Don't even compare it. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm enjoying it and I have the time to do it. I know, like, every time I post, I'm like, what would I say to Jennifer? And then I post it. There's nothing for me to think about or create or any of that stuff. And then my TikToks are clear on my story. And then I take my TikToks and I put them in an app called Cut Story. That turns them into 26-second clips. And those are my stories. So my stories are always my TikToks. I don't have to create any new content for my stories because they're created on my TikTok. And then what I do is I go into my DMs and I connect with the people that commented and who are American. And right now I'm spending more time on TikTok because I'm actually generating more leads that are American on TikTok. And the pro tip, I answer in video form. I don't answer in text. I don't answer in my voice. I answer in video form. Hey, Rebecca, I'm so glad you asked about the workshop, right? Here's the link below. I would love to get to know you. I'd love to talk to you and see how I can serve you best. And then right now I'm in the season to get on the phone with everybody because the customer attraction code, the result is that they join Melaleuca on the back end. So I want to get on the phone with them and I want to say, listen, do you really want an online business? Can I show you how to do both? and add another income stream at the same time. And Anelda, you can do that too with your high ticket program. But you have to build trust and credibility, and trust and credibility does not, like, your trust. So Mark's photo right now that he did with his story, that is his trust and credibility. He's saying, here I am being vulnerable. Here's where I was stuck and I was tired. Here's my bridge. Here's your invitation. That's it. Take it or leave it. We don't give a shit. Take it or leave it. Because Mark's going to show up tomorrow and do another post, next day do another post, next day and do another post. Right? His trust and credibility is built within his story and his experience that he owes nobody, by the way. Oh, thank you, baby. I'm super full from breakfast still, but I will totally eat that. Is that my daughter's making homemade pizzas. Just testing them out. Let's show our friends our homemade dough and everything. Woo woo. I already had breakfast, but thank you. I will eat it. So the trust and credibility is by being clear on your social media of the result that you can help someone else get. Mark can help a lot of people get $6,000 and 6K in 6 months. And what Mark will realize, and Anelda, you will realize too, is you will sell the shit out of this when you're convinced that they can do that. And you are not responsible if they don't. You are not responsible if they don't. Do not put that on them. Ask me how I know. Not everyone's a unicorn. You gotta let them figure it out. You gotta let them struggle. You gotta let them paddle. You gotta let them go through their problems so they can solve them on their own. Because if you give them the answer, they don't know how to go find it for themselves and they can't help someone else. So you'll make your $6,000 in 6 weeks. Anelda, you'll make your $5,000 in 5 weeks. And the system is flawless. It's good. Kristen and I both are like, we could be selling this for $500. We know that because I know if you come in and you share just your story and someone gets the customer attraction code and follows that model and then models what all of us are doing, just do what Mark does. We're all doing the same thing now. Mark's telling his version of the story. I'm telling my version of the story. Anelda's telling her version of the story. Kristen, same thing, right? Her version of, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to help my husband and supplement bills. I wanted to buy my own t-shirt, not ask for money, right? Buy my kids something and not surprise my husband that I bought us season passes to Disneyland, right? Our story is the only thing that's different, but the system, if we are all dependent on the system and then all communicate, right? If you guys see something off or a hole or, hey, Jen, connect this dot. I've had 4 people ask this question, then there's a dot that needs to be connected. We need to do a training on that. Then now we are dependent on the community and the system. Mark will get his $6,000. You'll get your $5,000. I'll get my $700 a week. Kristen will get her results. And we're all following the same exact model. Your story, the bridge, and the transformation. Because that's what you sell, is the story. And the reason you want to use realistic expectations is because even though you're a unicorn and you might believe that you can get, like 10K in 30 days, the blueprint, right? If you guys know Michelle's story and legacy, she didn't start at the $900 one. She started at the $300 one. And she sold a shit ton of, you want to make 300 a day, 300 a day, 300 a day? And people were like, yeah, that's doable. And some people were like, 300 a week would be great. And then she got enough momentum to get into the 900. And then now, of course, it's easy for her to sell 10K in 30 days, but I'm sure she didn't make it in the beginning. And if she did, maybe she already had influence the same way I did. But if you don't have influence, you start at the first 300, the first 100, the first 6,000, right? You guys are both replacing salaries. You're not talking to a broke marketer that can't figure it out. You're talking to a person that has a job that's like, listen, I can put an hour a day into this if I know exactly what I'm doing in that hour. You're doing your post. And then you are going into communities with people that have the same hobbies as you. Mark should be in Arizona hiking groups. And vegan or whatever food group you're doing, eating. And and dads unite, right? And fathers who love Christmas, whatever. The network and the affiliate, yeah, because if you share, I learned today that I can make $6,000 with 3 steps, right? My story, the bridge, and the thing. Who knew? If you're going to do a post that shares a tip of what you've learned, those will go into the affiliate marketing, the network marketing, and the digital marketing groups. But if you're sharing your story before and then and now, comment below to get in, those are going to go into normal groups or not, because you do want to be careful of, you don't want to put stuff into like a living Chandler. Like I'm in a lot of groups that are like living Chandler, living Gilbert. I don't post anything really in there. I go in there and ask questions, and then those questions give me customers. And it's a normal mom question like, hey, where are you guys taking your kids to see Christmas trees in Arizona? And I'll get 50 fucking answers. And 3 of them will look at my page, and 1 of them will buy from me. So those groups, you just want to ask normal stuff, even if you know the answer to it. Even if you know you're going to go downtown to the Chandler freaking, we have a tumbleweed tree. I know I'm going to go take my kids to downtown Chandler tumbleweed tree. I'm still going to say, where's your favorite spot to take your kids for Christmas? Why? Because my mom is a normal mom that takes her kids to Christmas stuff, but she's got to clock in Monday through Friday. That's my girl. And she's in normal groups. She doesn't know affiliate marketing and digital marketing exist. And that's what I do. So when I get off of this call, I'm going to log into my TikTok and I'm going to go respond to the customers that responded to my videos yesterday. And I'm going to respond with a video, and I'm going to ask them if they want to get on the phone or if they want to click on the link. If they want, that's how, we're getting 1 to 2 people in the group every single day because we're creating that momentum through TikTok and through Facebook. That's all I do, guys. And then later we can talk about bigger stuff, emails. You got to be collecting emails. You have to collect emails. So if something happens, did you know there was a huge internet issue yesterday? Cloudflare? Me too. I didn't know that it was worldwide. So me and chat spent about an hour and a half because I also had my mom and her fiance move in and they set up their own internet. So I thought that his internet, because he has Cox and I have Verizon and we're in the same house. So I went to ChatGPT in the morning because every morning Chad and I have a conversation, and I couldn't, it said this is blocked by Cloudflare. Please do this. And I was like, what does this mean? And chat, I did all the things. Chat and I, an hour and a half. I know my Mac better than I've ever known my Mac because I was able to untangle it on my own. And then like 5 hours later, I see all of these posts on Facebook that Cloudflare was like a worldwide situation.
I think I saw a post with something with Cloudflare, so
yeah. Yeah, so Cloudflare was blocking chat, and I'm codependent on chat right now, so I'm like, shit.
My chat has been super slow the past 2 days, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah, and just consider if you woke up and you lost Facebook and you lost TikTok, if you panic about your income, you're codependent on it. You want a list. Because then you say, hey, friends, I'm over here on Lemonade, or let's go to Instagram, or what, right? You got to tell your audience where you're going, and your audience is in your email. So you want to be collecting emails and nurturing, but that's not a conversation for today, because right now, get them in the door. Get them in, and you are collecting, by the way, you are collecting emails when they get in the door, because they're joining through your affiliate link. And those are all your customers. They're in our community, but they came through you, so they're your customer. Any questions? Because I want you guys 6K in 6K in 6 weeks, 5K in 5 weeks, 1K in 1 week. Are you clear on the path? Because if you
Well, something just hit me, $20 a day.
Yeah. And a little post like $20 a day keeps the job away, or less than 83 cents a day keeps the job away. The 83-cent campaign. Yeah. So we are making a funnel for you guys that'll be $197 if you want it. It just gives the person the opportunity to join for a year. It gives you a little more cash up front, and they save 34% when they do it that way. It's not ready yet, and I'll make an announcement officially in the community, but just so you guys know that's coming. We're working on that. Okay, this is it, guys. It's go time. It's go time. Do you have any questions on, you do the post, people say info. The DM scripts are the DM scripts I send out. They're not, well, the only difference is I do video and I talk. I don't copy. Well, I do both. I'm lying. I do both. But I do follow the same DMs I'm giving you. I don't want you guys to think like I'm giving you DM scripts because I got the secret sauce. I don't have no secret sauce. I do the same DM scripts that I give you. And I edify the result, right? This is the exact same system and then the story. This is the exact same system that allows me to be a stay-at-home mom, make over 10 grand a month, and book as many trips as I want, whatever it says, right? Click here to start, whatever the DM is. So you can edit it a little bit if you want it to be a little more, if Mark's saying, I'm tired of being tied to my pager, then one of his phrases might be, in 2026, I won't be tied to my pager, whatever his is. You can obviously customize it to match your message a little bit, but they are the same DMs. I don't typically have people asking me questions because I'm convicted in my video. Once they come in, they'll ask me questions and they've paid their $25, so they've got my time. But before that, for $25, right? All right. Any feedback or anything you guys need that you think the community, based on, I know you don't have a lot of customers yet, but if you guys have feedback, I do know Stand Store. I need more hours in the day, but we do know that we need more Stand Store trainings. Like here's how your link comes to you, and here's how you put your link in the Stand Store and stuff like that. For now, I'm just telling people, go to YouTube University RD. I should probably just put somebody else's free Stand Store shit in there for now. I just don't have extra time right now, guys. All right, then that's it. See you guys later. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.